FA-18 Cockpit. Speed builds, pressure rises, but it's not over yet. 1,200 miles per hour. 9 Gs. No room for error. This isn't a simulation. It's raw cockpit footage from a Thunderbird jet slicing through the sky. The visor reflects desert light. The HUD glows green, and every twitch of the joystick triggers a maneuver demanding total precision. You're not watching. You're inside the jet, breathing through the mask, feeling the pulse of flight. But when the formation tightens and the G-force spikes, what happens next pushes human limits. And it's only just beginning. Mach 1.3, 45,000 feet, one pilot, one mission. The T-38 Talon isn't flashy. It's fast, unforgiving, and brutally efficient. Inside the cockpit, the world shrinks to a canopy of dials, switches, and sky. The pilot's gloves grip the throttle as the jet climbs with surgical precision. Every vibration, every shift in pressure is felt through the seat. This isn't just a training jet. It's the crucible where fighter pilots are forged. The canopy curves overhead, framing a view that's both beautiful and dangerous. The Talon doesn't tolerate hesitation. It demands instinct, reaction, and total focus. You're not just flying, you're surviving velocity. But what happens when this raw training collides with the chaos of real combat formations? The next cockpit footage reveals a jet that doesn't just train, it dominates. FA-18 Cockpit, city below, mission above, precision in motion. But what follows changes altitude and purpose. 2 rotors, 1 cockpit, 0 second chances. Inside the helicopter, the world narrows to gauges, wind, and instinct. The pilot scans the horizon, adjusting altitude with surgical control. Below, water churns, beautiful but unforgiving. This isn't a routine flight. It's a test of reaction, survival, and precision. Every movement matters. Every second counts. The cabin hums with tension, and the mission demands more than skill. It demands readiness. But when the engine dips, the waves rise, and the pilot faces a simulated emergency. What happens next separates training from reality. 1,200 sensors, 1 pilot, 0 distractions. The F-35A doesn't just fly, it thinks. Inside the cockpit, the helmet becomes the interface. No screens, no panels, just data projected onto the visor, synced with every breath and blink. The pilot isn't reacting, he's anticipating. Altitude climbs. The desert below fractures into tactical overlays. Every movement is calculated, every second earned. The jet hums like a living system, and the pilot is its heartbeat. Then, silence. A pause before ignition. The kind that makes you hold your breath. But what happens next? When the canopy closes, the throttle surges, and the next cockpit reveals a jet built for raw maneuvering, is something you won't want to miss. 1 pilot, 2 engines, 70,000 feet in seconds. The F-22 doesn't climb. It launches with raw intent. As the canopy seals, the cockpit becomes a chamber of pure focus. The pilot's grip steadies, throttle forward. Power ignites, and the jet surges skyward like unstoppable acceleration. Inside, the HUD floods with flowing data, altitude, thrust, pressure, all climbing together. The F-22 threads upward, carving vertical lines against the horizon, like gravity is just a suggestion. Every vibration resonates. Every heartbeat counts. The pilot isn't flying. He's orchestrating speed itself. The F-22 doesn't just enter the sky, it owns it. The ascent is relentless, precise, and breathtaking. But when the jet reaches its peak, and banks into a maneuver that bends the edge of human endurance. The next cockpit view will reveal why the F-22 isn't simply an aircraft. It's an experience. The next cockpit view reveals how another legend, the F-15, carries its own story inside the glass and steel of its flight deck. 2 jets, 1 formation, 0 tolerance for drift. The F-15E Strike Eagle isn't just built for speed. It's engineered for precision in combat formations. At cruising altitude, every movement is calculated. The lead jet sets the rhythm. The wingman mirrors it within inches. Formation flight demands constant correction, throttle discipline, and spatial awareness. Pilots rely on visual cues, not instruments, to maintain alignment. The margin for error, less than a meter. The cockpit becomes a tactical zone. No autopilot, no distractions. Just raw coordination between steel and instinct. But when the formation shifts mid-flight and the terrain below changes, the pilot must adapt instantly or risk breaking the chain that holds the mission together. How do you describe a view where sky and machine become one? Inside the cockpit of the AV-8B Harrier II, the horizon feels alive, stretching endlessly in every direction. The pilot's perspective is pure immersion. Every dial, every reflection on the canopy, every vibration under the seat connects mind and machine into one flowing rhythm. The Harrier II is unique, not just because of its advanced systems, but because of the way it places the pilot right at the center of motion. From the front panel's glowing indicators to the shifting light of the sky beyond, this aircraft delivers a sensory story few will ever experience firsthand. Look closer at the canopy curve. The world bends with it, amplifying speed, height, and precision in one breathtaking frame. This is not just a flight. It is a living stage where human focus meets engineering mastery. And the best part? This is only one chapter of the story. The AV-8B Harrier II has more to reveal, and we'll take you deeper in upcoming videos. So, if you want to keep discovering the unseen angles of aviation, don't just watch. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, and stay with us on this journey above the clouds.